right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Y'all know it's cold in the D, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, man, and let's talk. Got some news about, or some rumors, we call it rumor, y'all know how we do it, about Vasyl Lomachenko and Top Rank plans to make Lomachenko elite star to become pay-per-view star, commodity, whatever you want to talk about. But Lomachenko could be headed to pay-per-view, and also this may confirm, or confirm some thoughts about Richard Commey and Teofimo Lopez, or it can make some people think a little bit different about the fight. I heard from behind the scenes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, though. Share the video. Best way to donate to the channel. That Lomachenko and Top Rank are planning to make Lomachenko pay-per-view as long as he's able to, long as Teofimo Lopez, is able to beat Richard Commey. So Top Rank is pushing for Teofimo Lopez to beat Richard Commey, so they can make Lopez and Lomachenko pay-per-view. I think it was told to me around the March's area, so Lomachenko won't come back to March, and Lopez won't come back to March. Obviously, if you don't know, they fight in December, was it 15th, 14th, Madison Square Garden, ESPN, right after the Heisman Trophy presentation. So that's the way they rocking out right now. So if Commey win, the fight won't be pay-per-view. So, I mean, it depends on, where should we start in this video. Let's start off with Richard Commey and Teofimo Lopez. So, a lot of brothers and sisters out there, we was talking about this fight, Commey and Lopez, and people think Commey will knock him out, but I think we all can agree here, if we being objective, that Richard Commey probably needs a knockout or a few knockdowns, so they won't rob him. Okay, they're going to rob Richard Commey. All right, they're going to rob him blind. So at the end of the day, Richard Commey needs a knockout. So Richard Commey needs a knockout or a few knockdowns to make it look blatantly obvious that he won. Or they need Teofimo Lopez to look fantastic and actually beat Richard Commey. But boxing is so subjective. It's it's an opinionated sport. Even with knockouts, boxing can be opinionated. And while I say this, the ref stopped, he stopped the fight too soon. He waved it too soon. Or he gave him a 20 count. You know what I'm saying? Or that really wasn't a punch, or he hit him behind the head, or whatever the situation may be. Boxing is an opinionated sport. Some people think the Danny Jacobs and Canelo fight was close. Some people didn't think it was close, like myself. But it's an opinionated sport. And with boxing being an opinionated sport, you're going to get a lot of different opinions. So even if Lopez, win, some people going to say, even if he win a decision, by 3 points, Richard Commey won it, because they don't like Lopez. Or they don't want Top Rank to succeed. So, it is what it is. But pretty much, in my opinion, I think Commey needs a knockout. And I think Commey is training for a knockout. Lopez has been down. The kid from Detroit, the Figueroa kid, dropped him in sparring. He's been down a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, give me 1 second. I'm straight going the wrong way. I'm a little bit lost. But with that being said, I would stay away from betting on this fight, because I ain't never heard of Lopez being knocked out cold. So I legitimately would stay away from this fight. Because what if Lopez really go out there in the Mayoshi Tanaki fight, hopefully I said his name right, was a wake-up call for him, and him and his dad get back to the drawing board, and he come out and look fantastic. Because in my opinion, Richard Commey ain't the most technical fighter. He more dog than technical. You know what I'm saying? He more dog than technical. I mean, he more heart. He more ferocious. He a puncher, but he square up a lot. He do square up a lot, and he gives you an he's hittable. So with Lopez should be able to score some points. But the problem is, can Lopez fight a hard 10 rounds? That is the point. Can Lopez fight a hard 10 or hard 12? Can he maintain his power in the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round? You know, Richard Commey is a grown man. He got a grown man frame. He got grown man punching power. And Lopez got grown man punching power. But I think as Lopez move up, I think this is probably Richard Commey's best way in his career. However old Richard Commey is. I think Lopez is going to probably be better at 40. He might be stronger. He may be more durable. You know what I'm saying? He might have he may be a little bit faster. So looking at it, you know what I'm saying? You know, Lopez can be a little bit early for this fight. But I do think he got the talent to win or make it close enough where Top Rank can get him the decision. Because remember, they not all about, you know, Lopez being the star right now. Now, if Lopez beat Lomachenko, y'all know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do. They're going to act like, oh, we always believed in Lopez. We knew he can beat him and whoop-de-blam. And then they're going to push Lopez as the next, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko and push him as the next star. You know what I'm saying? But if Lomachenko beat him, you know, they can make him, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. His undisputed reign was better than Crawford, which he wasn't. He don't have a guy on his resume better than Victor Postile on through his 135-pound reign. But that's another conversation for another day. But I do think they're going to try to get that fight to Lopez because they want to make Lopez and Lomachenko a pay-per-view. Now, middle part of this video, is that pay-per-view worthy? Absolutely not. If they want a pay-per-view worthy fight, the only probably worthy fight down there is probably Gervonta Tank Davis. And they building Tank up. And people ask me, oh, why they moving Tank so slow? You know, Tank is immature in his life. Which, a bunch of us, if we was 21, 22, 23, 24 years old, with millions and millions of dollars, and, you know, ain't nobody getting up working hard every day. You know, the LeBrons, the Jordans of the world, they worked hard every day because winning really drove them. Gervonta Tank Davis got all the money he can ever dream of at this point. So he just, you know, he being the kid, but he's going to mature and he's going to learn from the lawsuits and the charges and the women gone and the money made and the money lost. Hopefully he learns this lesson and don't end up like AB, but right now he immature. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be in Lomachenko's best interest if they fought right now. It's in Tank's best interest if they fight down the line because he'll be younger, he'll be more mature, and maybe take care of his body in between fights better, which he hasn't been doing. And that's why the Abner Mares fight was called off before the eye injury, the original date, because he wasn't, you know, he was being immature. You know, he doing what a young guy with a lot of money would do, and I ain't knocking him. You know what? I ain't gonna sit here and say, oh, if I had that amount of money, I don't. But who would say I won't do anything worse than Gervonta Davis? So they really waiting for him to mature as a man, and he'll get there. But that's the only pay-per-view worthy fight. To me, you know, Lopez ain't beat nobody. He beat Commey in impressive fashion. If you go out there and knock Commey out in the first round, it's still not a pay-per-view fight. Still, it's just not. I'm not ordering it, and I'm gonna just keep it real with you. But, you know, the tougher fight for Lomachenko, it's going to be interesting because I think it's going to be Richard Commey. You know, if he fights him, because Richard Commey is strong, he got punching power, he athletic, and he experienced. And you can't supplement experience. You can't supplement it with sparring. With just sparring, you need fights. So, in my opinion, I really do think Commey might be the harder opponent, but you never know. That Mayoshi Tanaki fight, and once again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. That Mayoshi Tanaki fight, it may wake up, you know, Teofimo Lopez, and he may become a better fighter after that. You know, maybe he was smelling himself a little bit much. He was blaming it on, he had life problems with his wife and stuff of that nature and his family, and we get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you that's the first time you went 12 rounds. And, you know, going 12 rounds is tough. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think they're going to try to rob Commey I think Commey got to have a knockout Terminator mentality. And if he come out with a knockout Terminator seek and destroy mentality, that could open him up to get knocked out or get the knockout. But if you're gonna lose regardless and get robbed, do you want a moral victory? It's a question. Oh yeah, I want a moral victory. You know, everybody knew I wanted to fight. At the end of the day, you're still not taking the belt home. So Commey need a knockout just to get to a Lopez fight, Lomachenko fight. But that shit ain't pay-per-view worthy. In my humble opinion, it's not. But at the end of the day, Top Rank gonna believe what they want to believe. They kind of want to just say Lomachenko a star, Lomachenko a star, Lomachenko a star. They trying to speak it into existence, but it's not gonna happen. You know, it's not gonna happen. I believe if Mikey would have came back to Top Rank like they was hoping, they was gonna make Lomachenko and Mikey pay-per-view for sure. But you know, it is what it is. People had their opinions on it, but I just feel a robbery coming from Commey, and hopefully him and Andre Rozier train for the knockout. You know, they need to train for the knockout. And sometimes people say, "Well, I don't go looking for the knockout. It comes." But in corrupt boxing, today, with these iffy judges, in situations like that where everything is on the line, you need to train for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have a 12-step plan or a 5-step plan where early on we just want to apply smart pressure. You know, just let them know we're there. Maybe give away a couple rounds, trying to go to the body and set a high pace and counter them and make them wary and make them tentative of what we're doing. I ain't mad at it. But at the end of the day, whatever your 12-step or your 5-step, 6-step, 8-step game plan is, it better involve a knockout. It better not involve, like Kovalev and Buddy McGurk, go out here, box, and conserve energy and try to get a decision. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. You fight Canelo in Oscar de la Hoya land in Las Vegas. You know, Commey do not need to take the Kovalev route of trying to box a decision, unless he's gonna take a payoff, allegedly like Kovalev did and prepared to dive. But as cheap as Bob Arum is, Bob Arum ain't paying nobody to dive. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum not coming out of his pocket. He made Lomachenko repay some of his signing bonus to get a shot at the WBO so quick. So people wondering how Lomachenko got a shot at the WBO so quick. Lomachenko gave Bob Arum some of his signing bonus, Bunny Mac, is what I heard. And he gave it to the WBO. So just to show you how shiesty boxing is. You know? But, you know, that's the situation with that. But, and also he made Terrence Crawford give some of his fight money back for the Gamboa fight just to have it in Nebraska, because he didn't believe Terrence Crawford can draw in Nebraska. But at this point, you know, you'll hear the dude Logan Paul, whatever his name is, saying boxing corrupt and whoop-de-blam. Man, it's nothing new. It's been corrupt for ages. You know what I'm saying? It's been corrupt for ages. And it's just something, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to make your judges your left and your right hand. And for Richard Commey, he got to make his judges his left and his right hand. But let me know what you guys think. Pay-per-view, Lomachenko, Lopez, you buying? No. You picking Lopez to beat Commey. And I believe, and I can speak for a lot of y'all, after hearing this video, if you believe me or not, that Commey need a knockout. So anybody involved in Richard Commey is probably going to be a knockout. You know, so let me know what you guys think. And let me know what you guys think about the idea of Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez going on pay-per-view. But y'all know what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. One time for the one time. The streets black cleared, man. With snow yesterday. You know, in the snow, you got to take your time. It is a little bit inconvenient, but love my seasons. But every year this shit fall got me thinking about moving down south. But I like my seasons, though, man. The winter make it, you know, every time you get cold, it's just something about, you know, us in the cold weather state. You have niggas from New York, Baltimore, D.C., you know what I'm saying, Pittsburgh, Philly, you know, my Ohio niggas, and Wisconsin, well, I don't know, nobody, Racine, I guess some black people in Racine in Milwaukee, in my projects. So you don't want to get cold, it's time to stack that paper, get on your grind. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation? Best way to donate is share the video. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, and video requests, keep sharing the videos one time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.